In this video, we will continue our chapter Light Energy of Physics, last chapter for half-yearly examination. We have to continue from focus and focal length. So, we have already studied about the Snell's law, and it says that angle of incidence and angle of reflection and normal all lie at the same plane, and angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, which is called law of reflection or Snell's law. So these laws are followed by the rays. Another important thing is there are two mirrors. We have already studied about mirror, concave and convex mirror. In concave mirror, the silvered side, the reflecting side is inside and the silver side is outside, and in convex mirror the reflecting side is outside and silvered side is inside. Concave mirror is called diverging mirror and convex mirror is called converging mirror. Why it is called, we will just study this. Another thing is we have to understand focus. So focus is the point where all the rays meet. The reflected ray, the incident ray, which after reflection meet at a point which is called focus. This point is called focus, and focus is inside in concave mirror and it is behind the mirror in convex mirror, because it is a converging lens and this lens is this mirror is diverging mirror, so it will diverge outside because it diverges the rays. So focus is inside in concave and outside in convex mirror. So, and focus is a point where the reflected ray meet. The next one is focal length. Focal length is the distance of the focus from the pole of the mirror is called focal length. So focal length is this one, from the point F to point P. This is pole, this is focus, and this is center of curvature, and this line, the middle line, is the principal axis line. So distance from F to P is the focal length. So this is the definition of focal length. Then the radius of curvature. What is the relation between focal length and radius of curvature? So focal length is equals to half of radius of curvature. We have already studied about the radius of curvature, and radius of curvature is this line. So it is half of radius of curvature. Focal length is half of the radius of curvature. Next is very important thing is the rules of making ray diagram in a spherical mirror. Now there are certain rules. We will study the first rule. Student, as you can see, this is a concave mirror and this is your principal axis line, this is pole, this is center of curvature. Now if a line is incident here which is parallel, and this line is called principal axis, this whole line is called principal axis. If a line which is incident to the reflecting side of the mirror, and this mirror is concave mirror. So if the line is parallel to this principal axis and it is incident on the reflecting side of the mirror, it will pass through focus. This is rule number 1. And rule number 2 is, if the line is passing from focus, or a ray is passing from focus, it will be parallel to principal axis. This is rule number 2. So we can just see the rules given in the book. The object is kept in front of the reflecting surface on its left side. Object is always kept on the principal axis such that it's perpendicular to the principal axis and its foot touches the principal axis. For constructing a ray diagram, take at least 2 rays. You have to take at least 2 rays for image. For convenience, whose paths can be traced after reflection. So you can see this, a ray passing through the center of curvature is reflected along its own path. Now there are some exception which is given here. A ray passing through the center of curvature is reflected along its own path. You can see here, if a ray is passing through center of curvature, it will reflect back in the same path to center of curvature only. It will not be reflected anywhere, and in this condition what will happen, its angle of incidence will be 0 and the angle of reflection will also be 0 because it is traveling in the same path. It can be in both the mirrors, in concave mirror and in convex mirror. The next one is concave mirror, which I have already told you is this one. In concave mirror, if a line is parallel to principal axis, it will pass from focus, and if it is passing from focus, it will be parallel to principal axis. So these are two conditions. Now we have two things, real and virtual images. Real image is formed when the reflected ray actually meet at a point, and virtual image is formed when the reflected rays meet on producing backward. Real image is inverted and virtual image is erect and upright. It can be obtained on the screen and it cannot be obtained on the screen. So this is the difference between the real and virtual image, which you have to study from this box. The next one is the cases which will be given to you. There are total students, there are total 6 cases. In case of concave mirror, in concave mirror 6 cases are given, which you have to study hard, and this is very important. Ray diagrams, this you can see diagram number 1, ray diagram number 1 given on page number 91, and then the next diagrams given on page number 92 and 93. In this case, when the object is at infinity, the image is formed at focus. So when the object is at infinity, the image will be formed at focus. Here you can see this is A dash is the image, and what type of image we will get? We will get a real, inverted and highly diminished image. Student, you have to learn these cases. The next one is when the ray is parallel to principal axis, so this line P to B, this line is principal axis line, and this will pass to focus, and again another line is passed from center of curvature, so it will go again back in center of curvature, and we will get the image here. So the image will be real, inverted, and smaller in size. This is the next part. The next one is when the incident ray is passed through this reflecting side, it will be passing from focus, and another one is passing from focus, so it will be parallel to principal axis, so we will get the image here in the center at focus. Image will be real, inverted, and of the same size. In this case, a ray is incident which is parallel to principal axis, it will pass through focus, and the next one again it is parallel to principal axis, it will pass through focus, and we will extend this, we will get this image here, which will be a real, inverted, and magnified image. This was the object, and this is the image. The next one is a real this line passing from focus will be parallel to principal axis, and the next line is passing it is passing from center of curvature, so it will be go back to center of curvature, and the image will be here. So the real, inverted, and highly magnified image is got, but here the image will be formed at infinity. Infinity means we cannot see the image. The next is passing from focus will be parallel to principal axis. You can see this line parallel to this line, small line, this small line is parallel to this big line which is parallel to principal axis, and another line is passing from center of curvature. We will go back to center of curvature, and we will get the image here. So image will be behind the mirror, and we will get a virtual, erect, and bigger image is formed behind the mirror. Now you have to learn this box. This is very important. In next video we will study about this ray diagram. Now use of concave mirror is, it is used as a shaving mirror, as a reflector, as doctor's head mirror, and to converge solar radiation in a solar cooker, in floodlights as a reflector. And use of convex mirror is as a real view mirror, as a reflector in street lamps, as a vigilance or anti-theft mirror. So this is the use of concave and convex mirror. With this we are finishing our chapter. Let us do this figure also, this ray diagram. Now student, this is another case. In this case convex mirror is taken, and in rest of the cases concave mirror was taken. So a line is parallel to principal axis, it will pass through focus, which appears to pass through focus. We have just drawn an imaginary line, and then after another line is, another incident ray is taken, which is passing from center of curvature, so it will go back again in the same direction and image will be formed behind the mirror. In case of convex mirror, image is always found behind the mirror, so we will get the image A dash B dash. So the nature of image is virtual, erect and smaller image, and it is behind the mirror. And these green line are showing the imaginary lines. We have just imagined this because we cannot make in convex mirror because the images are formed behind. So this way we are finishing the chapter.